Hi, my name is Nicole Witt, and I am the founder of SerenityAfterDivorce.com, and I am here today to talk to you a little bit about coming out of the fog of divorce. And I'm using FOG here to stand for fear, obligation, and guilt. Today we're going to talk about fear, and especially financial fear. I know that one of the main things that people are scared of, either when they are contemplating getting a divorce, or they're going through the divorce, or right after the divorce, is their finances. They're suddenly on their own. They're not sure if they can support themselves and their family. And a lot of time that fear keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck either in a relationship you don't want to be. It keeps you stuck being at the mercy of your ex-spouse's whims and them trying to use that against you. And the thing is that fear a lot of times is false evidence appearing real. What I mean by that is that it's based in the future and it doesn't really have any evidence that any of those things are going to happen. As humans, we tend to worry about the future and we go for the negative things that are going to happen. We don't ever sit worrying about, oh, how great our life is going to be, right? But there's no evidence that any of those bad things that you can imagine are actually going to happen. It's just as likely that things will go great for you, that you'll be able to find a job and be able to support yourself. When you are making decisions based on fear, they're usually not very good decisions. And it's something that you really need to just figure out why you're fearful and what you can do to change that. Let me tell you a little bit about my story and how fear played a part in keeping me stuck in a relationship where I didn't want to be. When I first contemplated getting a divorce, when I first felt that little voice inside me that said, this is not where you need to be, I was very fearful about money. I thought that there's no way that I could survive on my own, that I would maybe have to move back with my parents, and that would mean leaving my job, and maybe I wouldn't be able to find a new one, or I had never really been self-supporting before, so I didn't leave. I decided to stay where I was comfortable, and I thought maybe things would get better. So as time went on, my husband and I bought a house. Then we bought a more expensive house. We had a child, and 5 years, 6 years down the line, when the little voice inside of me got louder and louder until I finally had to listen to it, it turned out that I had a lot more financial obligations than I did when I had thought about it. So now, when I just couldn't stand it anymore, and I did have to go through with the divorce, there was a lot more financial pressure on me. But you know what happened? Everything was okay. And if I had taken that step years earlier, everything would have been okay then too. Especially since I didn't have a mortgage and I didn't have so much debt to worry about. So, this happens a lot in a lot of different instances in life, as far as we're afraid to step out of our comfort zone because what if the worst happens? But the worst usually doesn't happen, and even if the worst were to happen, I bet you could think of things that you could do to make the situation better. So as long as you're taking steps in your direction, you shouldn't let fear hold you back. And the moral of the story that I'm trying to say today is there's never a better time than now for anything. Nothing is ever going to be perfectly aligned for you to step out of your comfort zone, whether it's getting a divorce or something else in your life, getting a new job. Now is always the perfect time. Next time we will be talking about some more fears of divorce, and the fear of being alone. Okay, thank you. Till next time. Bye-bye.